Want to play cool, soulful, and swinging blues like B.B. King and Ray Charles? Then you want to learn how to play the minor blues. Well, in today's quick tip, I'm going to teach you how to play the minor blues in 3 simple steps: the chords, the accompaniment, and improvisation. I'll even show you some cool scales and exercises to get that iconic minor blues sound. Are you ready to see what it's all about? Then let's dive right in. Again, welcome to today's quick tip on 3 steps to play minor blues piano. This is for the intermediate level. The blues is one of the most popular and recognizable forms in jazz. Today we're specifically going to talk about the minor blues in 3 steps. We're going to talk about the basic chords, the accompaniment, and improvisation. All right, step number 1 are the basic chords. So the minor blues was made popular by artists like B.B. King with songs like The Thrill Is Gone. I'm sure you've heard that song before that goes, "The thrill is gone, the thrill is gone away." Is gone, the thrill is gone away. You know you've done me wrong, baby, and you'll be sorry someday. B.B. King, The Thrill Is Gone, an iconic minor blues tune. So the minor blues consists of only 4 chords, which makes it really easy to remember, and it is a 12-bar form, which is very typical of most blueses. They're 12 bars long. So it only consists of 4 chords. So in the key of A minor, we have the 1 chord, we have the 4 chord, we have the 6 or flat 6 dominant, the 5 chord, and then back to the 1 chord. So only 4 chords in the minor blues. And if we look at the Roman numeral analysis for the minor blues, we see that we have the 1 chord for 4 measures. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Now it goes to the minor 4 chord. Then it goes back to the 1 chord. Then it goes to the flat 6 dominant, to the 5 chord, and back to the 1 chord. And then sometimes with the 5 to bring it back to the top. So next up, let's explore these chords in root position. If you're enjoying today's quick tip, go ahead and click that like button below. All right, in order to learn the minor blues, we have to learn the chords in root position, and we're going to start with root position 7th chord. So we're going to start in the key of A minor, and the first chord is an A minor 7. So go ahead and play that from the root up, root 3, 5, 7. And A minor 7 is going to happen for 4 measures. So we'll play A minor 7, another time, the 3rd time, and the 4th time. And now we're going to go up to D minor 7 in root position, D minor 7 again, then we go back to A minor 7 2 times. Then we go to F7, to E7, and back to A minor 7, and then we do a little turnaround going back to E7, which brings us back to the top. Let's go ahead and try this with the track. So it starts with A minor 7, again, 3rd time, 4th time. Now we go up to D minor 7, back to A minor 7. Now we go to F7, E7, back to A minor 7, and let's finish with E7. Nice. If you're wondering why we have an F7 in the blues, I want to point that out, that the F7 in bar 9 is what's called a tritone substitution of the 2 chord. So in the key of A minor 7, 2 would be B, and we're making this a B7, so it's a B7. And if I play the 3rd and the 7th of B, and then I go up a tritone means an augmented 4th. So from B up a 4th would be E. If we augment that or sharp it, that's an F. So if I play an F in my left hand, but keep my right hand the same, now I have the 7th and the 3rd of F7. Notice how they're interchangeable, the B7 and the F7. That's called a tritone substitution, and the reason it works with the blues is that we're going from F7 to E7, so it creates a half step above the 5 chord, rather than going 2, 5. It's going a half step above the 5 chord and then to the 5 chord. Pretty cool, huh? Step 2 is the accompaniment. Now, the most basic way to accompany is to play the 3rd and the 7th in the right hand and the root in the left hand. Now, this is for the beginner and intermediate level, and so what we're going to do is we're going to play the 3rd and the 7th of the chord in our right hand, and in our left hand we're going to play what's called a 2-feel, where we're going to play the root and then we're going to play the 5th in half notes. So if we apply this concept to the blues, when we start with A minor 7, we're going to play the root in our left hand, the right hand's going to play the 3rd and the 7th, and then left hand's going to play this 2-feel, so you're going to play the root and the 5th, the root and the 5th, like that. Okay, that's the left hand. Now the right hand's playing the 3rd and 7, but it's playing it in a rhythm, and the rhythm goes like this: 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and then it repeats: 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. And I would recommend practicing them hands separately, as I just did there, and then when you're ready, you can put the hands together and it'll sound like this: 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Cool, right? Now let's go on to the next chord using the same concept. We're going to go to D minor 7, which is the 4 chord. Now, we were just playing the 3rd and the 7th of A minor, right? But what we do when we go to the D minor 7, rather than playing the 3rd and the 7th of D minor up here, we want to go to the closest 3rd and 7 of D minor. And if you notice, D minor 7 has a C in it, so that's a common note between the A minor and the D minor. So we're going to keep this note the same, and we're going to play an F, which is the 3rd on top. So now we have the 7th and the 3rd of D minor. So we have this. Again, the left hand's playing root, 5, root, 5, and then we go back to A minor with the 3rd and the 7th. So we have. So I'll play these first 4 measures here, starting with the D minor 7, 2, 3, 4, 1. And A minor 7. Great, now we have the last 4 measures, starting with the F7. Now F7 is a dominant chord, so we're going to have the 7th here and the 3rd here, and the root in the left hand. And instead of going up to the 5th, we're going to go down to the 5th here, just because it kind of stays out of the way of the right hand. So we're going to go. And then to the E7, we're going to play the 7 and the 3rd, and then back to A minor 7. But instead of playing the root in the 5th here, I chose to play double the root on top like that. And then same with here, E7, I'm playing an octave down rather than playing the 5th. So you can mix it up sometimes and play octaves, or you can play the root in the 5th in the left hand. So here's how the last 4 measures would go: 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool, let's put it together. If you'd like to get the downloadable PDF and track from today's quick tip, click on the link below. All right, let's play it in time now from the top. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now D minor. Back to A minor. F7, E7, A minor 7, E7. Cool. For the intermediate and advanced level, if you'd like more of a challenge, what you can do is play 4-note voicings in your right hand, and a walking bass line in your left hand. Let's check it out. So your right hand is going to be playing 4-note voicings, and in A minor 7 what we're going to do is play the 3rd, the 5, the 7th, and we're going to add the 9th. All right, that's going to be our chord in the right hand, and it's the same rhythm as before. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and. And the left hand's going to do a walking bass, so just playing root, 5, root, like that. So together it sounds like this: 3, 4, 1. Now we're going to D minor after this, and so what I did is I put in a C sharp chromatic note in the left hand, which brings us to D minor. Now D minor, we're going to add, here's the 7th, there's the 9th, there's the 3rd and the 5th. That's going to be our voicing for D minor 7. Left hand again is just playing root, 5 root, so it sounds like this. And then again, I'm going back to A minor, so I'm putting in a chromatic note here, which is a G sharp. And then I go back to A minor. Now I added in a little bit of rhythm on this last 4 measures, which is very cool. It starts with an F13. We have 3, 13, 7, 9. And we have this rhythm, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Then we get to the E7, and rather than just having the 3 and 7, we're adding in the flat 13 and the sharp 9, a very hip voicing, and that sounds like this. Then we go back to our A minor 9 voicing with a little bass chromatic line going up to the E7. So I'll play the last 4 measures. It goes like this: 3, 4, 1. Awesome. All right, let's try it with the track. Minor 9, back to A minor 9, F13, E7 altered, back to A minor 9, to E7 altered. Awesome. Step 3 is improvisation, where we're going to learn the blues scale. So let's start with A minor blues scale. And what we have the root, the 3rd, the 4th, the sharp 4th, the 5th, the minor 7, and the root. And we go back down. Root, minor 7, 5, flat 5, 4, minor 3rd, root. Go ahead and play that with me. 3, 4. And back. Nice. For a deeper dive into minor blues, please check out the traditional minor blues courses at pianowithjonny.com. One cool way to practice the blues scale is to add one more note at the end by playing the root, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 7, root, and then up to the 3rd on top and then back down. And once you get to the root here, you just cross over to the minor 7 and then you go back so that you can repeat it over and over again. You can keep it on a loop. Let's try that together. 1, 2, 3, and. Repeat. Nice. One really fun rhythm to use in the blues scale are triplets, 8th note triplets, and it would sound like this. Pretty cool, right? I wrote the fingering up above so you can watch and follow along. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try that together. Ready, and. One of the most common licks you hear blues players like B.B. King or Ray Charles use is this triplet lick that starts on the sharp 4 of the blues scale, and it goes like this. It's a triplet lick and it goes. So it's going the sharp 4, the 5th, and the minor 7, and it keeps repeating over and over again using those triplets. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and and fingering wise, I'm using 2, 3, 5. It's a really fun lick. You wouldn't want to use it for the whole solo, but it's a nice way to build some suspense in your solo. Another triplet lick you can use starts on the major 7. So we have here's an A, and a major 7 up from A is a G sharp. So we have a major 7, we have the root, and the minor 3rd. Now you might be asking, there's no G sharp in a minor blues scale, is there? There's a G natural. And the reason there's a G sharp in there is because it's what's called the leading tone. And whenever you have a root, which is A minor, you can put in a leading tone before it, and it sounds nice. In solfege, they would call that T do, right? So we have this T do, and then up to mi. And we keep repeating that triplets like that. And you can add the A minor in your left hand. So we have those two licks. We have the one starting on the sharp 4, and we have the one starting on the major 7. And then next we're going to put it all together, and I'm going to demonstrate how I can improvise over the blues using these licks and some others. All right, so here's a demonstration of how I would improvise using the scales we just went over to improvise over a minor blues. Pretty cool, right? Thanks for being here today. I hope you had a nice overview of how to play a minor blues. We look forward to seeing you real soon, all right? Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the lesson, please let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have over 1,000 step-by-step lessons for all playing levels where you'll learn your favorite songs, styles, and how to improvise at the piano. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.